Angels guide your steps, overcoming procrastination and acting with confidence. Have you ever felt paralyzed? As if, despite your greatest desires and intentions, something was holding you back from acting. As if the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and every step you try to take seems harder than the last. This inertia can be subtle, manifesting as a constant lack of energy to start projects, or overwhelming, generating anxiety just thinking about your responsibilities. Understand, dear listener, and today, the angels have something very special to share with you, something that can transform your journey. A message that will help you understand what lies behind this procrastination, this blockage you feel, and how the angels are here to guide your steps, to help you move forward with confidence and lightness. And what if I told you that the angels are already around you, ready to help you act with more confidence and less fear? If you want to discover how to overcome these moments of uncertainty and reconnect with your true essence, stay with me until the end. Hello, a very warm welcome to the Divine Whispers channel. You have been chosen, and it's a pleasure to have you here today for another moment of reflection and inspiration. On this channel, we share messages from the angels to illuminate your journey, bringing peace and serenity to your day. Subscribe now so you don't miss the divine messages we have prepared for you, always with much care and love. Today, we are going to explore something that might be blocking your path, something that we all face but don't always fully understand: procrastination. It's not just about postponing tasks, but about postponing the life you were born to live. Sometimes we find ourselves putting off our tasks, our dreams, our steps. But what many don't know is that procrastination isn't just about a lack of motivation. It can be deeply linked to fear, the fear of not being enough, the fear of criticism, the fear of the unknown, to doubt about our own abilities, and to a lack of awareness of our true power. And guess what? The angels know this and are here to help us overcome these blockages, illuminating the shadows so we can see our potential. Let's begin this journey together, with the energy of the angels guiding every word, every thought. Believe it. The transformation begins here now, with you and your openness to receive the weight of procrastination and its spiritual purpose. Have you ever stopped to think why we procrastinate? Why even when we know what we should do, we often can't bring ourselves to act? This internal struggle consumes precious energy. Often, procrastination comes from a place of fear, the fear of failing, the fear of judgment, the fear that upon taking action, something won't go as expected. And this fear turns into a blockage, preventing us from taking the next step. This fear can be so ingrained that it manifests as excessive perfectionism, the idea that if it's not perfect, it's better not to start at all, or as a feeling of being overwhelmed by large tasks, leading to paralysis by analysis. The spiritual purpose here might be an invitation to examine these limiting beliefs, to understand that vulnerability is a strength, and that progress, not perfection, is the goal. The angels, in their infinite wisdom, know this. They know that procrastination is not a character flaw, but a sign that we need support, confidence, divine guidance. They invite us to see procrastination not as an enemy, but as a messenger, indicating areas in our lives that need more love, healing, and attention. It might be a call to realign our actions with our deepest values, or to develop more self-compassion. I want you, at this moment, to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine the angels around you. Feel their welcoming presence, their soft wings enveloping your being, offering you an embrace of light and love. What do you feel? Do you feel safe, protected, supported? There is nothing to fear, for you are surrounded by pure love and divine light. Allow this feeling of security to fill every part of your being. Now imagine yourself releasing the fear that is hindering your action. Imagine this fear dissolving as if it were a mist dissipating with the gentle touch of a breeze. Visualize this mist transforming into golden particles of light, returning to the universe transmuted. You are ready to act with confidence, feeling lighter and freer without the weight of procrastination. How angels guide your steps. Angels are always by our side, guiding us in subtle yet powerful ways. They send us signs like repeated numbers. 1111 333, messages in dreams, lucid dreams or with recurring symbols, or even that gut feeling or intuition that tells us what to do. A shiver, a sudden thought that brings clarity, a sense of peace when considering an option. Other signs might include finding feathers in unexpected places, hearing a song with a significant lyric at the right moment, or seeing words or images that answer a question you had in mind. But the big question is, how can we perceive these signs, especially when we are immersed in procrastination with our minds full of noise and doubt? The key, my dears, lies in openness to receive and in the practice of inner stillness. Angels do not force us to act. They gently invite us to take the steps we need. With every small movement of faith, they guide us closer to our purpose, help us find clarity where there is confusion. To hear these whispers, we need to create spaces of silence in our day, perhaps through a few minutes of meditation, a walk in nature, or simply by turning off distractions and turning our attention inward. Cultivating a grateful heart also raises our vibration, making us more receptive. I know that often we can feel that the path is hazy, but remember, the light of the angels never fails. They are just waiting for you to take the first step, to ask for help. And when you take that step, however small, you will see the door open before you, often in surprising ways. Overcoming fear with the help of angels. Now, I'm going to share a story with you that many of us can identify with. A story of a friend whom I'll call Lucas. Lucas had a dream of starting his own business, something he had always wanted to do, but he felt a deep fear of failing. He procrastinated constantly, postponing the decision to take the first step, even though he knew this dream was his true passion. He would spend hours researching, planning, but never executing, always finding an excuse or new information he needed before starting. One day, he was at home, feeling particularly anxious, when suddenly a repeated number appeared on his phone. 444. He knew this was a sign from the angels, a message that they were by his side, offering stability and support. But Lucas still couldn't act. He was trapped by fear, by the inner voice that said, "What if it doesn't work out?" It was then that he remembered a small ritual he had learned some time ago: to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and ask the angels to help him release the fear. And that's what he did. He lit a candle, put on some soft instrumental music, and, with his eyes closed, visualized his guardian angels. He talked to them in his thoughts, laying out his fears and asking for courage. The moment he focused on the divine light and asked for help with an open heart, he felt an immense peace wash over his heart. The fear dissipated, and he knew in that instant what first small step he should take: call a mentor who could guide him. Lucas started his business. It wasn't a journey without obstacles, but with each challenge, he remembered that moment of connection and asked for angelic assistance again. Today, he shares his story with others and knows that it was his trust in the angels and the courage to act, one step at a time, that transformed him. He wasn't perfect, but he took the first step with faith. And just like Lucas, you can too. When you trust in divine guidance, you will see fear dissipate and confidence take its place. Angels help us break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, celebrating each small victory with us. I want to share a little secret with you. What happens when you truly surrender to the path of the angels and begin to act with confidence? What you will discover about yourself might surprise you in a wonderful way. Stay with me, and I will reveal a precious detail at the end of this video. Something that can change everything. How to incorporate angelic whispers into your daily life. Now, let's make this practical. How can you apply the teachings of the angels in your daily life to overcome procrastination and act with confidence? It's simpler than it seems and doesn't require hours of dedication, but rather consistency and intention. First, create a small sanctuary or sacred daily moment. It can be a corner in your home with a candle, a crystal, an image that inspires you, or simply a few minutes upon waking or before sleeping dedicated to inner connection. This is your space to tune in. Here are 3 simple yet powerful steps to practice in that space or at any time of need. 1. Breathe and connect with your angelic intuition. Every time you feel paralyzed, stop for a moment. Close your eyes, breathe deeply 3 or 4 times, imagining you are inhaling light and exhaling tension. Ask the angels to guide. You be, dear angels, show me the next step with clarity and love. Listen to the first answer that comes to your mind or heart, even if it seems simple. Take the first step, however small. Even if fear is present, take the first step. Don't worry about the immediate outcome, just act. The simple act of starting creates a wave of confidence that will be nurtured by the angels. Break the large task into tiny parts. If you want to write a book, start with 1 sentence. If you want to organize your house, start with 1 drawer. Celebrate that small step. Trust in signs and keep a gratitude journal. Pay attention to the signs you receive. They can be small, like a word that appears repeatedly or a significant number. When you notice these signs, know that the angels are confirming your path. Keep a small angelic signs and gratitude journal. Writing down these experiences reinforces your faith and helps you recognize patterns of guidance. Now, I know you must be wondering, how can I really know that the angels are guiding me and it's not just my imagination? That's a very valid question. Angelic guidance usually comes with a feeling of peace, love, clarity, and expansion, even if the requested step is challenging. It will never ask you to do something that harms yourself or others. The voice of the ego or fear, on the other hand, tends to be louder, more critical, confusing, and generates anxiety. Trust the feeling the message brings you. With practice, this distinction becomes clearer. Dear ones, we have reached the end of this moment of reflection, and the precious detail I promised is this. By acting with the help of the angels, you not only overcome procrastination, but also actively co-create your reality with the divine. You become a partner with the angels, weaving a life of purpose and joy. They don't do it for you, but with you, empowering your inner strength. I hope the words of the angels have touched your heart and that you feel more confident to take the next steps on your journey. If you felt that this video brought something valuable to you, I would like to ask you, with all affection, to leave a like. This helps our family of light reach more people who need this message. And more importantly, I would love to know what you think of this video. What else would you like to learn about the whispers of the angels? Leave your comment below and share your experiences. We, as a spiritual community, are always here for each other. Thank you for being here, for being part of our circle of whispers. May the angels continue to guide your steps, and may you have the courage to move forward, always with the divine light illuminating your path. Until the next video, may peace and serenity be with you, now and always.